for ice cream. It was
No.
what, like in the 50s, around there?
Yeah, 56, I believe, was our forecast, our daytime high.
56.
Yeah.
I would
On
get
what,
ice cream in
December?
56-degree weather.
Yeah, this is amazing that we've been able to really get this warm. And the good news is, too, which I believe it was today, we finally started the later sunset. So we're starting to turn the corner a little bit. I know temperatures may not reflect that for the next few months, but at least we're going to gain some ground here, especially through the overnight. So I want to walk you through your weather timeline, especially as we look ahead to the weekend and beyond, because there are some bigger changes working back our direction. Tomorrow, you'll start to notice a few more clouds, but still holding on to those mild temperatures. So we anticipate highs back closer to the mid-50s again tomorrow. Overnight, not bad. Cloud cover is actually going to help to keep our temperature a little bit warmer as we go through the overnight. But what those clouds are signaling are some bigger changes for us as we wrap up the weekend. We're talking some scattered showers for your Sunday, and eventually that's going to lead to some better opportunities for us to see some snow. And that will all begin on Monday with our 19th First Alert Weather Day. So we have issued an alert day for Monday headed into early Tuesday morning. Rain changing over to snow, and you add in the wind. Those are all of the ingredients that we're really going to be monitoring closely as this next system comes to fruition. Again, significant snow is possible where we see some of those heavier squalls, so anticipate travel impacts. And there's a potential, depending on how much snow and where it exactly falls, some folks may be talking about some delays or potentially even some closings as we look ahead towards Tuesday morning. But there's still a lot of details to iron out with this system, and we'll continue to do that here as we go through the rest of the weekend. For now, it's just building in the cloud cover. You can see it pretty well moving into parts of northeast Ohio. This is the rain that we're tracking with that next cold front. Still a ways away, so we have some time before rain really returns to our forecast. So I'm kind of going to zoom through your future view as we go through the day tomorrow, because other than the clouds, there's not a whole lot happening here across northeast Ohio. Soak it in while you can. Once we get closer to midnight tomorrow night, that's when we start to see some of those showers building in. You'll notice how much more widespread this moisture becomes across our area as we get closer to about 7, 8 o'clock Sunday morning. So if you are headed out doing some tailgating for the Browns game, I would definitely pack some rain gear with you, because there's a good likelihood that we're going to be still dealing with widespread showers as we begin that game, and potentially lasting through some of those later quarters. We'll have to watch that close, but I think by about 3, 4 o'clock, we're finally starting to see that western edge of this rain moving east of I-77. So our eastern communities, it may take until Sunday evening for you to really see a significant break in some of that activity. But once the system passes, it looks like we'll get at least a few hours Sunday night where we're not really dealing with too many soggier conditions. So if you need to let the dog out Sunday evening, you shouldn't run into too many issues. But once we get up Monday morning, that's when the lake effect really starts to get going. Winds eventually turn back out of the northwest, and that's going to tap into a whole lot of moisture out across Lake Erie. You'll see initially some rain changing over to some snow, but temperatures are going to be falling through the day on Monday. So anticipate more of this to become all snow as we go through your Monday evening. And look at that band of lake effect that looks to set up Monday night. That's why we're concerned with some significant snowfall totals in some spots, because it's going to take some time for that lake effect to really come to a close. This is 6 o'clock Tuesday morning. You can still see parts of our snow belt dealing with some of those snow showers across the area. It does look like this will dry out pretty quickly, meaning we're going to put an end to some of this lake effect by about midday on Tuesday. But by this point, the damage is pretty much already done. So you're likely going to be dealing with some slow travel, at least through the first half of your Tuesday. And what you'll see with this snow tracker is there's a good opportunity for us that many of us may actually see a little bit more of that snow. I think the greatest accumulation east and south of Cleveland, actually into that secondary snow belt, may actually see a decent bit of snowfall out of this system. So some things that we'll watch here as we get a little bit more through the weekend and we're able to nail down some of those more fine-tuned details. But beyond Tuesday, looks like the pattern starts to quiet down. First official day of winter on Thursday, and it's going to feel like it. Temperatures low 40s and potentially seeing just a little bit of sunshine before we wrap up the weekend.